to see their performance. Ulla, Suokko, and flamenco guitarist Carlos Revollar. And we've got this in quotes here, this remarkable, versatile flutist Ulla and guitarist Carlos make a unique pair of performers. And this was stated in the New York Concert Review of 2008. So we have the combination of Ulla's classical Juilliard background and Carlos's gypsy flamenco training enables them to offer a unique, romantic, yet sophisticated and virtuosic sound. And the Manhattan-based prize-winning duo, and this is very exciting because we got an email from Ulla when they received this prestigious award, but they received a standing ovation from a packed house in its official New York debut in Carnegie Hall in the Artists International Special Presentation Winners Series this February. And they were immediately, they were immediately invited back for another New York recital in the next season's Artists International Alumni Winners Series. Ulla and Carlos are committed to making a difference in the world through music and stories and creating a musical alchemy of North and South where Finnish folk song flirts with the fire of flamenco and sways smoothly into Latin rhythms. We're going to hear a little bit about this morning. They have years of experience as international concert artists and entertainers and perform a unique blend of flamenco, Latin, popular and classical music, and a musical celebration of the human spirit of many cultures, one heart. I present Ulla and Carlos.
We're going to take you on a journey, and how many of you do mind if we do something in Spanish as well? And no objections, nobody's going to walk out. We are in the FinnFest, but I also feel that FinnFest is a celebration of many cultures coming together, and we are here to bridge hearts, human hearts, and bridge cultures and bring understanding between people. And we bring those regards from New York City, where we have 100 and how many nations living at peace with each other. I always feel that New York City is a great experiment. It can be done. And since we are the flamenco duo, we want to share with you different things and part of also Carlos's background. So let's get on with it. Let's start with this song that is one of my favorites from the Canteletar. Let's go way beyond our imagination of time. This is a love song where I call my beloved, and I say that I would recognize him even if he was far away. I would know his step, even if he was still miles away. And I would go out as mist and greet him. I would go out as smoke and engulf him. I would go out as sparks of fire. I would go out as flames and burn him with my passion. And I wouldn't care if his mouth was full of wolf's blood. I would still kiss him. I would not care if his hands were full of snakes. I would still take his hands. I would lie down next to him even if he was lying in a puddle of blood. Very sweet stuff. But in the end, his mouth is not full of wolf's blood. It's sweet as honey. And the message is that all else is illusion except love. And that since I'm such a powerful woman that I can shapeshift into mist and smoke and sparks of fire and flames, I can also overcome the illusion of death. So let's go to Canteletar, thousands of years ago, and let's listen to the birch bark flute to bring us to those forests in a faraway Caribbean land.
used.
And I'm actually, this time, to honor FinnFest, going to use some familiar tune in the introduction. We call this Sodares Corazón de Tierra, the heart of the earth, maan sydän. Finnish composition, since it was ours. But it is in the Spanish tradition of solares, which is one of those 12-beat meters. It is beautiful for me to explore the traditions where Carlos is coming from, the Spanish traditions, and it has been an amazing journey, having studied classical music, to get out of reading the music to learning by ear. And none of this music is written down. We are learning it by ear, and I am humbly a beginner in that art, but it feels so right and expands the musical imagination. So next we're going to share a traditional Spanish number, but with a twist. We're going to do a pink Sevillanas. And Sevillanas is a dance that dates back again thousands of years, but became then a kind of courtly dance in Sevilla, in Andalusia. And everybody there dances this dance, from babies that can hardly walk, they are dressed in their polka dot dresses, and to people until they die. And it is always danced the same way. But our Sevillanas today is kind of a more contemporary version. Still, it follows exactly the traditional rhythm. And this Sevillanas is actually a story of two girls who meet in a bar, in a nightclub in Madrid, and they start chatting, and one is wearing all pink, and it's very, very like, oh, girlfriend. And then it turns out that they went to school together, and only that the pink lady used to be called Pedro. Now her name is Rosa.
And it's a incantation. And as we know in the Kalevala there are many incantations, and it is very real if you put the intention behind it, like a prayer. It is the same principle. When you put an intention behind your word, it becomes manifested. And so we have to have a lot of integrity how we use our word and the intention and the emotion behind our words. And so a lot of the things that we read, the ancient stuff, we can read as literature, but then it remains silent for us. But if we allow the true whispers between the lines to speak to us, and this is not any kind of black magic, don't be afraid of it. Just you know that you are in charge of this process. You don't have to worry that something, those snakes or the wolf's blood is going to attack you. No, you are in charge always, and you use it with your intention and with the purest intentions of your heart. But that a lot of that stuff was actually used. It wasn't just for entertainment or for literary people to make dissertations out of it. It was exactly practical information to go hunting and to ask the forest spirits to be with you and to grant you with the gift so that you can feed your family. And in return, you would do this for them. So it was like an exchange of things. This drum that I have with me is made by a Sami woman for me. And it's made out of reindeer skin. And she makes these drums according to the oldest traditions, asking the permission of the reindeer who has already passed to use its skin for drumming. And sometimes she says, the reindeer says, no, I'm not for drumming. But oftentimes the reindeer says, yes, happily, it's an honor. So this obviously said yes, since it's here with me. And I have here the ancient symbol for sun and the moon and the protection of the gods on the drum. And I would like to use this Sami drum to get us into this poem. And there's a refrain. The poem is written in a Kalevala-like verse, but there's a lot of alliteration. And it's about shape-shifting in a way that I am running like a wolf in the deepest of forests, in the rocks and in the hard lands,